64 degrees at 8 o'clock. It's Tuesday, September 11th. I'm Lee Harris. Here's what's happening. It's primary day, and the polls are open.
You couldn't live within or visit New York without getting a tour of the tower. And if you were really intrepid, you might actually go to the roof.
2110, you got it coming in for building number 2 on the 97th floor. People trapped.
Stay where you are.
When the World Trade Center buildings were going up, my dad told me, when those are finished, we're going to go up on the top. My dad said these buildings will last for 1,000 years. They'll be here forever.
In the World Trade Center.
Firemen in the building. They're making their way up here.
It's 25 to 30 people.
It was a terrific place to work. And on a clear day, you could see the curvature of the earth. I said, no, it's not possible. It's not possible that my life is going to end this way.
Get this one.
Can we break a window?
Whatever you have to do to get the air.
Break a window, somebody!
It was really, every fiber in your body is screaming. It's like, you gotta get out of here. You gotta get out of here.
Okay, let's give you a hand here. Come on, guys. We got ourselves a VIP to get down.
They're all notified. Fire department, ambulance service, and plane police. They're all notified. Fire department and ambulance are notified.
Geography, sir. No.
Thanks, you saved my life.
What the hell are you doing? You trying to kill us all?
Tell the boys. Tell the boys I love them.
British, huh?
Afraid so.
So where are you from, London?
I'm from the south coast, a place called Hayling Island.
In less than 2 hours from this moment, both towers of the World Trade Center will be in ruins. A further 3 aircraft will have been hijacked and crashed, and thousands of lives changed forever. This film looks at the events at the heart of the unfolding disaster through the eyes of the people who were there, and shows minute by minute what really happened inside the World Trade Center on the day America came under attack.
I heard the bang. I thought it was thunder. So he goes, look outside. I looked outside. I said, holy, it looks like a plane hit it or something.
Billions of TV viewers around the world have grandstand views of the unfolding events. But people inside the towers know almost nothing.
No, it's an explosion.
The man who knows the Twin Towers inside out is construction manager Frank DeMartini.
What?
He has overseen the rebuilding work following a bomb attack in 1993.
What, above us?
I don't know. I just don't know.
Whatever it was. Shouldn't we be getting out of here?
Frank? Hey, do you know what happened? No idea. I'd say the building moved 10, maybe 12 feet. More like 20. What's it like out there?
A lot of debris. People pretty shocked.
Can they clear it?
Yeah.
Honey, find somewhere less smoky. Alan's office, maybe? Stay there till they find a way out. Mac, Pablo, and me, we're going to check out the rest of the floor.
Frank's wife, Nicole, also works at the World Trade Center as a structural inspector for an engineering firm.
Electric 1 to 12.
You think the building's all right?
If the slip joint's held, yeah. Mac, get your gear.
Right here.
Mac?
Yeah.
Try to persuade him to come down. Please.
Okay.
American Airlines Flight 11 instantly destroys 6 floors of the North Tower. Though all levels were designed to be smoke and fire resistant, smoke penetrates through the remaining floors to the top within a minute of the impact.
Listen up, everybody. Everyone, listen up, everybody, please. Everyone, please, we've got to stay calm. Can you listen up? I am going to call the emergency services. They will be with us shortly, okay?
This morning, in charge of the conference suites at Windows on the World, is Christine Orlando.
Okay, we need to check the elevators. Sir, could you do that, please?
Elevator.
Out there, thank you.
All the phone calls Christine makes this morning to the Port Authority Police Department are recorded and transcribed.
Port Authority Police Officer Maggie.
Yes, hi, this is Christine, Assistant GM of Windows. We're getting no direction up here. We're having a smoke condition. We have most people on the 106th floor. The 107th floor is way too smoky. We need to know where to direct our guests and our employees as soon as possible.
Okay, we're doing our best, man. We got the fire department, everybody. We're trying to get up to you. Right? We'll go back for 2 or 3 minutes. Find out what directions you should try to get out.
Our guests are scared.
Stairways A, B, and C blocked off and smoke.
Yes.
Okay, here, go back in 2 minutes.
Okay.
You're on the air right now. Go ahead. What can you tell us?
This just in, you are looking at obviously a very disturbing live shot there. That is the World Trade Center, and we have unconfirmed reports this morning that a plane has crashed into one of the towers of the World Trade Center. Clearly, something relatively devastating happening this morning there on the south end of the island of Manhattan.
Just 6 floors below the impact, financial trader Hong Shu and his co-workers have no idea what has happened.
Sorry, your call cannot be taken right now. Please hold the line.
We just suddenly felt there was a big shake, a rumble.
I say we go now. We can't just hang around waiting for something to happen.
And after that initial rumble, we looked around. The ceilings caved in, and we didn't know what happened.
Come on, kiddo. We need to get out of here.
Hong's co-workers include Harry Ramos, head trader.
You're not coming with us?
I think we should stay here and wait for instructions.
But why? It's an emergency.
Somehow I remembered in 1993 there was an incident in World Trade Center, and some people died, not because of the bomb, but because they were stepped upon exiting the building.
Han, the building just moved 10 feet. It's not safe.
Folks, come on, gotta go.
No, I'm staying.
People,
And good luck.
Yeah, you too.
See you at Max for lunch.
Sorry, your call cannot be taken right now. Please hold the line.
Within minutes of the first impact, the 911 phone system is clogged with people calling the emergency services.
We got that already. She's based on the northwest side. There's a woman hanging from the unidentified person hanging from the top of the building. Where you are. Okay, that's all the information.
People from inside the towers, as well as their families and friends, are calling the Port Authority Security Command Center for instructions and information.
We want you out the building, ma'am.
Sir, there are emergency services on their way to you.
Evacuate the building. Emergency services are on their way.
Most of the people who are able to choose to evacuate the North Tower. Others choose not to. And for a very simple reason. They have been told not to.
All personnel, remain at your desks. Please remain at your desks. All personnel, remain at your desks.
Hi, I'm calling on the 43rd floor. What are we supposed to do?
We want you out the building, ma'am. Do not use the elevator, use the stairwells. Evacuate the building.
But they're saying not to.
All personnel, remain at your desks. Please remain at your desks.
I'm gonna put you on hold.
Could you just hold the line for a second?
PA's telling them to stay where they are.
What? Can we turn it off from here?
No.
With the plane's impact, the building's vital systems have begun to malfunction and its structure is damaged. Even 70 levels below the impact, ceilings are buckled and doors jammed.
This is SCC. Hello? Hello, we need some assistance.
Because of the angle of impact of Flight 11, all stairwells and elevator shafts to the upper levels are cut off. Over 1,300 people are trapped. There is no way out, and no rescue plan.
Sir! Sir, did you check out the elevators?
Yeah, but they're all burned out.
Right. We need water. The faucets aren't working. Can you please try to find some bottled water? Water from the vases, anything? Thank you.
Hello, PAPD.
Hi, this is Christine calling from the North Tower of the World Trade Center. We need help.
What is your situation?
Right now we need a safe haven. Can you direct us to a certain quadrant?
Hi, ma'am. I have to get on the radio as soon as possible. As soon as humanly possible.
The people are asking whether they can break the windows. They can't breathe.
Can we break the windows?
No, for the moment, do not break the windows.
So what do we do?
Call back in 2 or 3 minutes.
Thanks. Great. Check out the roof. The roof? Yeah, there's a service exit onto the roof. It's usually locked, but you never know.
I watched it. I seen it. I heard the boom. Look at the smoke. So it was a red light. It was slow mo. Just going right
Once we turned the corner onto Canal Street, what we saw was a nightmare. So I was looking at 20 floors of fire, which translated into 20 acres of fire. And I'm thinking to myself, how are we going to deal with this?
Okay, come on, guys, move it through. Watch your step. Come on. Come on. Come on, fellas.
New York Fire Department crews arrive at the North Tower within minutes of the first plane hitting.
Your tools down, fellas.
Among them, Captain of Ladder Company 6, Jay Jonas.
Okay, check your packs.
One of the firemen from Rescue 1 said what we were all thinking. He came out and he said, we may not live through today. And we all looked at him and he says, you're right. And we stopped and we took the time to shake each other's hands and wish each other good luck.
Not yet, guys. They've had their orders. We haven't had ours yet.
But out of all those guys I was surrounded by, I'm the only one who's alive. They all perished.
What do you think, guys?
Try another one?
Yeah, I say we go back to the Sky Lobby. Maybe take an elevator if it's working. If not, find another stairwell. Is everybody cool with that? Okay, let's go. At least the beast going to the gym, huh?
Tell me about it.
While many wait in their offices and others try the long journey down, some can't go anywhere. On the way from breakfast in a staff canteen when the plane hit, are Port Authority employees Jan Demscher and Al Smith.
We dropped a few floors. 5, maybe 10.
Yeah? So what do we do now?
For all they know, it could simply be a routine fault with their elevator.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Port Authority. We have a large explosion in the building.
And finally, a voice came over the intercom, not the recording that it normally gives. A voice came over and said, we have had a large explosion in the building.
Port Authority. We have a large explosion in the building.
And that was it. And there was no more.
And boom, the line dead.
Tell them to get us out of here.
You gonna send someone to help us get out of here? We have some problems, I think.
And we never speak again with the man on an intercom. When you're inside, you're still like a cat in a cage. I don't have any clue what's happened outside elevator or in the building. I said, we have to make a decision. Nobody gonna come and help us.
I think we're gonna have to find our own way out.
We blocked the doors with wet Kleenex, and that sucks up some of the smoke.
The trapped security room operators are now dealing with an emergency inside their office as well as outside.
But we still can't get out. Thanks.
Hello?
Hi, this is Melanie. I'm with the conference.
We're trying to get up onto the roof, but we can't. I see. Where exactly are you? I'm not sure what number. The door won't open.
Yeah, you need a swipe card.
Well, we haven't bloody got one.
Well, in that case, I can't help you.
Can you open them from down there?
I'm sorry, we're not able to do that from here.
So what are we going to do?
I'm afraid you're gonna have to find a way down.
We've tried, but we can't.
Well, then you're gonna have to wait for the emergency services to come to you. I'm sorry.
Even if Melanie and the other delegates could make it onto the roof, escape is impossible. There are no official plans for helicopter evacuations, and pilots have already decided the risks of trying are too high.
All right, just through here. That's it, keep low. Watch your heads. That's it. All right, everything's fine. Come on, sir. Nearly there. That's it. That's it. Janet, you take him through. Frank. Oh, Frank, are you hurt?
No, I'm fine.
Oh, do we know what happened?
No, but whatever it was, you're leaving. The stairwell's clear.
What about you? Aren't you coming?
No, when I get everyone out, I'll come down.
Oh, no, please,
No,
Frank.
look, there are people trapped up here. I know this building. I know how to get them out. Now, I know what you're thinking. Don't. I'll be fine. Seriously.
And that's where Frank would always cross the line. I mean, you would say, okay, I've done what I can do, I'm gonna get out of here. And Frank just never had that point.
Frank? I say we check out the tech room. Sure. Hey. I'll see you in a few minutes. Come on, let's go.
Just one floor above Frank is Rick Bryan, a manager at insurance company MetLife.
And I'll often say it was as if on a summer evening, sometimes every year, or maybe every other year, you hear a thunderclap, and the thunder rolls in like no other time, with a slowly building crescendo. And that's how it was on that day, when the plane hit. And I'm one step into the hallway, holding the door open. And I was struck by the blackness that was in front of me. It was the deepest, the richest black that I had ever seen.
Anybody there? Anybody there?
And I'm thinking to myself, you know, you have the keys to the door. You can easily open the door and go back from where you came.
Hello?
But can you be certain that your keys are going to work?
Hello?
And I was frightened. I was very frightened. So instead of continuing down the hall, I went back into our office and let the door close. If I had gone down the hallway and died, it would have been better than living with this knowledge of, hey, you know what, when it came right down to it, I was a coward. And it was actually our two co-workers on the other side down that hallway that ended up dying on that day. And I often think now, perhaps I should have continued down that hallway.
I wouldn't say panic. I would say people was beginning to, I know I was beginning to get a little edgy.
Yeah.
Oh, so what do we do now?
I'm gonna make call.
But it's concrete.
No, it's not. It's sheetrock.
Hey, he's right.
It's
sheetrock.
It's plasterboard.
Christine again on Windows. We have to have air. The fresh air is going down fast. I am not exaggerating.
Ma'am, I know you're not exaggerating. We're getting a lot of these calls. We're setting the fire department up as soon as possible.
What are we going to do for air?
Ma'am, the fire department's on its way.
Can we break a window?
You can do whatever you have to do to get the air.
Break a window, somebody! Break a window!
Where are you going?
We're not going to get out of here. You know that, don't you?
No, help is on its way. We just have to wait.
Nobody's coming. It's just us.
No! Don't!
What the hell are you doing? You trying to kill us all? You break the window, you're gonna let the air in. Get away from the window. This whole place will be in flames in minutes. Come on.
And I saw coming down behind them outside
Looked like a suit or something.
a man's suit. And I said to myself,
why would anyone do that?
Who would throw a suit out the window? What is that about?
More than 100 people jump or fall from the upper floors of the North Tower. Neither Christine nor anyone else makes any calls from windows on the world after 9:40 a.m.
We went to her apartment and that. Her answering machine was just full with messages. No more could be that friends were calling her. Because my son listened to the end. And that answering machine we brought home, that I have it.
Just 130 feet away in Building 2, the South Tower, the picture is confused. Some people have seen or heard the disaster which struck the North Tower. Without waiting for the picture to clear, many have taken the decision to evacuate.
If you are in the midst of evacuation, you may use the entry doors and elevators to return to your office. I repeat, Building 2 is secure.
Given the risk of large numbers of civilians outside in the plaza blocking access for police and firemen, announcements make it clear that the South Tower is safe.
If you are in the midst of evacuation, you may use the re-entry doors and elevators to return to your office. I repeat, Building 2 is secure. There is no need to evacuate Building 2.
It's a lot of valuable, really valuable time, you know.
Stanley Premnath has come from his office on the 81st floor. But even as he is leaving, building staff are turning people back, convincing them it will be safer if they stay where they are.
Had I known that this building was on fire next door and a plane had gone into this building, I would never have gone back up. I would have gone straight home.
Building 2 is secure. There is no need to evacuate Building 2.
I'm not sure about this, guys.
We got no choice.
Within short order, it became clear that we had to leave because the smoke was getting frightening.
Hey, guys, this way. Follow me.
The smoke was so thick and so black, and I could not see. And as I'm walking down the hall through this blackness, I'm thinking to myself, well, you're going to die of suffocation, of smoke inhalation. How many breaths do you need to take of smoke-filled air before you actually pass out? Is it measured in the number of breaths, or is it measured in a number of minutes? Is there a period of time when you're breathing in smoke that you can feel yourself being overcome, or does it happen instantaneously? I did not know. And I was annoyed at myself for not knowing.
Let's try this way, huh?
That's right. Yes, sir, you have a 2:30 followed by 4:15.
In this confined area with the door closed now, it actually seemed quite safe.
Well, I'll see what I can do, but we're having a bit of problems with the phone.
When they came in, I was surprised that they were there.
Well, we have a situation here.
What kind of situation?
And then I was even more surprised that they had just come out of an office that was on fire.
I'm sorry. Do you have a fire extinguisher?
On the wall above the cupboard.
Thanks.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, I can't do that right now, sir. No, you don't seem to understand. There's a lot going on around here right now.
Thanks.
Yes, sir? I'll do it first thing tomorrow morning, sir.
I said to myself, look, you have to do something. Within 2 seconds, I realized what a ridiculous task I was trying to accomplish. I was trying to put out this inferno with this stream of fluid that couldn't have been more than 1/4 of an inch wide. My heart went into my throat from my chest, and at that point, I knew we were in trouble.
Sorry, your call cannot be taken right now. Please hold the line.
Harry Ramos has reached the main elevator hallway on the 78th floor.
Get across. Try and find a stairwell on the other side. That's okay. Let's go. And be careful.
Everybody okay back there?
Last one, I'm feeling lucky. I knew I was feeling lucky. Come on, we'll be out of here in no time. You know what I think? I might take the rest of the day off.
I'll join you.
Sorry, your call cannot be taken right now.
Whereas nearly everyone in the building is heading down, 3 civilians are heading up. Frank DeMartini, Pablo Ortiz, and Mac Hanna.
This way, down there. I gotta call my sister.
Sure.
Yeah, Diana, it's Frank. Is Nina there?
No, Frank.
I need you to get a message to her.
Sure.
There's been another explosion at the World Trade Center. I need you to find her right away and tell her that me and Nicole are fine. I don't want her to hear about it on the radio.
Well, sure, of course. What about you? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Listen, I gotta go. Thanks, Diana. This way. Hey, let's keep moving, huh? This way. Come on, right through here. That's it. Keep going.
Shortly after 9 a.m., Jay Jonas, captain of Ladder 6, is receiving his orders to go up the North Tower.
He just closed his eyes and he shook his head and he says, just take your guys upstairs and do the best you can. And out of the corner of my eye, I saw a big black shadow on the ground. And a man came running in from the outside and said, a plane just crashed. A plane just crashed into the World Trade Center.
United Airlines Flight 175 bound for Los Angeles hits Building 2, the South Tower, at 9:03 a.m., less than 17 minutes after Building 1 was hit.
No. We still don't know.
One man who gets an extraordinary view of the impact is Stanley Premnath. He has just returned to his office from the ground floor lobby.
Yeah, I guess.
So I'm standing up with the phone in my hand.
But we're fine.
My coffee and bagel that I bought when I was coming up still sits there on a desk. And I'm looking towards the Statue of Liberty, the direction of, with the phone in my hand. And that's when the plane caught my eyes. When this plane is bearing down on me, eye level eye contact. I'm hypnotized standing up there. I'm not having time to react. All I'm looking at is this plane, and it's getting bigger, bigger, bigger. Lord, I can't do this, you take over. And I dove under my desk.
What's the other jet doing? Holy.
Wow. That apparently does look like it is in the other building at this point.
That's
Anyway, this is 16. I could have called a caller hung up, but he said a new explosion just happened at 2 World Trade Center on the 80th floor.
The plane hits the South Tower between the 77th and the 85th floors. Because the plane struck at an angle, one staircase to these floors is, for a short while, passable. And there is another extraordinary piece of luck.
The strange thing, the bizarre thing is, the phone starts to ring. I don't know who is trying to dial me, but the phone is ringing. And I'm saying to myself, I got to be dreaming. This is not real. In the real world, the plane crashes, you die. This is not real. I got to be dreaming. I live.
Help! Help!
Some offices on the impact floors are spared the devastation of a fireball. One of them is the office of Brian Clark.
The sensation was that our whole building moved to the Hudson River and kept moving a distance of 6 to 8 feet. I know that sounds preposterous, and whether it did move 6 to 8 feet, I don't know, but that was the sensation. And I had this terrifying thought that we're going over.
Everyone okay?
In a split second, our room just absolutely disintegrated. It was as if a demolition crew had been given all the right equipment, sledgehammers and crowbars, go through and destroy this space, and you've got a whole day to do it. But it happened in an instant.
Okay, listen up. There's a good chance of fire. We have to exit this building as soon as possible. No time to get your stuff. Just follow me. We're going down. Wait. Where are you going?
It's bad down there. Smoke, flames, real bad.
Oh, I understand. But trust me, we have to get out of the building. And the only way out is down.
I say we go back up.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know when. Look, I say we keep going, check it out. See if we can't find a different way down. Look, it's bad upstairs, but it's not going to get any better.
But what if we can't find a way out?
Well, then we'll just have to see.
What about the roof? No way!
He's wrong.
What was that?
Come on, let's go.
I heard this noise inside the 81st floor, this sort of banging, and this voice screaming for help. Help, help, I'm buried. Is anybody there? I can't breathe. And I said, come on, Ron, we've got to get this guy.
Is there anybody in here?
As I went through the gap sideways, I saw the rest of the group on the stairwell, and they all went up, and they all died that day.
Okay. Let's round everyone up, check they're okay, see who's missing. I'll call emergency services again.
Elaine Gentle is Director of Human Resources at Private Bankers Fiduciary Trust.
Look, check outside to see if you can find a way
okay,
out.
I'm on it.
One of the first calls she makes is to her husband, Jack.
Elaine?
Yeah, me.
First thing I said was, thank God you're all right. And she said, well, not really. I said, well, what do you mean?
Well, I don't know. I heard some sort of explosion below us. I don't know what it was.
And I said, well, it doesn't make sense because the plane hit the other building. It didn't hit your building. She said, well, there was some kind of explosion beneath us.
I don't know what it was.
And I didn't know what to make of that. And she said, well...
We're trying to figure out what we should be doing. Yeah. It's getting really hot in here, and there's smoke coming out of the vents.
She didn't know whether they should stay or leave. And she didn't know what to do about the situation that was growing worse.
Elaine,
Huh?
it doesn't look good.
I had no idea that there was a plane that hit her building. She had no idea that a plane hit that building.
And I'm screaming, Lord, I don't want to die. Please send somebody, anybody to help me. And as I'm screaming, I realize I'm temporarily deaf. I couldn't hear.
I can't stand the smoke. I gotta go.
Hey, look, you go back and join the others. It's okay. Hello? Hello? Is there anybody in here?
And I crawled the entire length of the loans department through the lounge, into the computer room, into the communication room, and that's the farthest I could have gotten. Because one lousy sheetrock wall stood firm, blocking my path.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hey, is someone there?
Yeah.
I can't see you. Keep going. What? I can't see you.
I turned my flashlight toward the voice.
Yeah, I got you.
What I remember asking him was, what is your name? He said, Brian Clark. What are the chances for you to have a flashlight? He said, I'm a fire warden.
Down and to your left.
But I suddenly heard this person with this saying, can you see my hand? Can you see my hand?
Here. Can you see my hand? Can you see my hand?
Which floor?
Is that hooked up?
I don't know.
Okay, guys, here's the deal. It's a raw one. We have to go to the upper floors for search and rescue.
Only thing is, we can't use the elevator, so we're gonna take stairwell B. 10 floors at a time. 10 floors, quick rest, 10 more.
I told them, I says, they're trying to kill us, boys. I says, let's go to work.
Okay.
And to their credit, every one of them, they looked at me and says, okay, Cal, we're with you. There was thousands of people upstairs that needed our help, and that's where we had to go.
As Jay Jonas is beginning his journey up the tower, many others are coming down. There are over 200 flights of stairs in each tower. To get out of the building by foot takes over 50 minutes. But that's what most of those inside the North Tower are still trying to do. And for some, that is not so easy. One of those who is unable to get out on his own is Victor Wald.
Now, he made it from the 83rd floor down to the 59th floor. So he made it down over 25 flights.
Sir? Do you need a hand?
I just think probably he just became more frightened. Sometimes you just become, you can't move your legs anymore.
I'll send someone back up to find you.
I'll just hold you back. Go on.
Nah, Victor, you stay, I stay.
I don't know why he was drawn to Victor. I have no idea why.
You guys don't need to hang around. Why don't you take off? I'll meet you downstairs when we get there.
They had no connection. They didn't know each other at all. They just could have walked by him like a lot of people would have done.
You got any kids?
Yeah, 2 daughters. Why?
How old are they?
9 and 13. The oldest just had her bat mitzvah.
Don't you think she'd want to know that you're safe?
Maybe. Yeah.
What's her name?
Alexandra.
I'll tell you what. Why don't we get you out of here and then you can get home and tell Alexandra and your other daughter that you're okay. Come on. Yeah, let's get you on your feet.
That was when I saw Harry was helping a gentleman who I did not know, and quite slowly.
Hey, you decided to take the day off after all. Hong, this is Victor. Victor, this is Hong. We're gonna help him get out of here. Hey, Victor. Tell you what, guys, I really could use a beer.
Hey, guys. Wait up.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, let's take a rest here. Drink some water.
We're at war with somebody. I don't know who we're at war with, but we're at war with somebody.
Check your packs. We leave again in 2.
Not only the United States is a target, but right where I'm standing is a major target. Now, is there going to be a 3rd plane? Is there going to be a 4th plane? We didn't know.
What the hell is it going to be like up there? Guys, you ready? Okay, let's go.
On the 81st floor of Building 2, the South Tower, Brian Clark and Stanley Premnath are still divided by a mounting of debris.
You're gonna have to climb over the top. I'm not sure I can do that. Well, you're gonna have to.
I said, the only way out of here is you to go over this.
Okay.
You must do this. And I climbed up on some stuff and kind of looked down at him. He scrambled up like a cat, and I tried to... He fell down once. I said, you must do this.
And this person behind this wall is telling me if I want to live, I must climb over. He says, you jump on the other side, I'll catch you.
He said, "Hallelujah, I've been saved," which was sort of took me back.
This man really thought I was crazy. I don't know how to thank a man who just saved my life. I reach down, I hug this man, and I give him a kiss.
And he gave me this great big kiss.
And this man says, whoa, 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 what are you doing? He says, Brian Clark.
And he said, I'm Stanley. We'll be brothers for life. I said, well, that's great. As we started to dust ourselves off, I said,
well, that works for me. I never had a brother. And now I do.
Hey, you okay? Your hand, it looks nasty.
Hey, what about you?
This can't be real. I can't believe we're alive.
Well, let's keep it that way.
Up or down?
Down.
You lead the way. You're the lifesaver around here.
This man put his hand around my shoulder and he says, come on, buddy, let's go home. And the first time in my life, I cried like a baby. Because nobody never showed me that kind of compassion in my life before. A total stranger.
Calling out from her at 100 floor World Trade Center. 100. She was able to speak, just barely.
Elaine, can you hear me okay?
Yes.
All right, good. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to try and get the outer...
The sprinklers not working was a mystery, and so I got somebody from the engineering department to talk to her about that, and he got on the phone.
No, not there.
There isn't one. What?
I want you to hit it.
He advised that they should get somebody to hit the sprinkler head with a shoe.
Table lamp.
Hit it.
And I heard Elaine say, you know, try it again, try it again.
No, it's not
No,
working.
Ed, hit it again.
She said, it's not working. Nothing happened. I could tell that she was concerned. After the call, he looked at me and said, she's gonna be all right. She's gonna be all right.
Chip, right chip, right chip, right chip. Finally, after maybe 40 minutes or so, he got a hole about the size of a grapefruit.
Sweet smell of fresh air.
Yes, sir.
Who'd have thought it, fella? World Trade Center, made out of sheetrock. Huh? We need some help.
Almost 40 floors above, Frank, Pablo, and Mac are still determined to rescue people trapped in their offices before getting up themselves.
It's construction manager on the 88th floor. We're sending 2 more down. We're coming down too. Do you copy?
I think he truly did know every inch of the building, both buildings, of the towers. He knew him.
Let's head down. Listen. That's Met Live, right?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Help! We're stuck in here! We can't get out!
Near the end, or near the time when it was apparent that within a few minutes the smoke would be thick enough and we would not survive. One of the fellas yelled, "Hey, there's somebody banging on the door."
Wait, I think I heard something.
And I hear the pounding, pound, pound, bang, bang, bang. Nobody knew that the wall was merely a plasterboard or sheetrock.
Stand back. We're coming through.
I thought it was concrete. It looked like concrete. It was painted like concrete. But I didn't know. Nobody knew.
Hey, anybody hurt?
No, everyone's okay.
All right. Coming through, Mac. All right, everybody, this way.
On this day,
Stairwell C.
these fellas that were gray-collar workers and blue-collar workers had the wherewithal to save everyone else, while the lawyers and the accountants didn't quite know what to do and had no sense of how to act in this situation. And these fellas did.
You all right, sir?
Frank, take him down.
No. I'm staying here.
Frank, Nicole's waiting for you. She'll be waiting for you.
Mac?
Yeah?
Can you get him down?
Frank, you go.
No. We'll be right behind you after we check out the other floors.
Okay. This way, sir.
We should head up. If there are people trapped here, there are probably others.
You think the structure's holding up?
I don't know. That's what we gotta find out. We should head down.
And I just said,
Thanks, huh?
and he nodded back in return. And that's the last I saw of this fella. Until I was flipping through the pages and pages and pages of obituary photographs several weeks later. As I'm flipping through these pages of hundreds of people, I see this fella's face. I'm like, that's the guy. That's the guy who I was nose to nose with. And I saw his name, Frank DeMartini. And now I knew who the fella was. But here he was. Here was his picture, and he didn't make it out.
Breaking news from WTOP.
A news update. 2 passenger jets have crashed into the Twin Towers of New York's World Trade Center. The disaster happened shortly after 9 a.m. Eastern Standard
By now, the entire world is becoming aware of the magnitude of the attack.
Sie sehen mich ja hier in dieser Situation, dass mir manchmal die Worte fehlen, um zu beschreiben, was ich hier gerade auch zum ersten Mal sehe. Ein Terrorakt ungeahnter Größenordnung hat.
大変な大事件が起きてしまいました。ニューヨークのシン
Towards
ボ
our
ル
business
ともなって
coverage,
おり
of
ます
course, we have some remarkable pictures coming in from New York, which we can go to now. The World Trade Center appears to be on
Deux
fire.
avions en l'espace de 20 minutes qui ont percuté
There is a working assumption among federal law enforcement agencies that this could be some action undertaken by the Osama bin Laden group. Let's go back.
Across the globe, millions of people stare at their screens in horror at what they are witnessing. At the same time, inside the Twin Towers, survivors are trying, by whatever means possible, to escape.
Everybody here is scanning the skies looking for a possible attack. Every silent rescue crew has been told to beware of that. We cannot tell you the moment.
It works. I don't know. I'm not sure this is a good idea. You could get stuck. There might be a fire.
Yeah, Hong, Victor may be right.
We can get down faster.
You know what they say about elevators when there's been a fire.
Okay. Maybe it's better if we send an object down to the next floor, then call it back up.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Look, if everyone agrees, I'm happy to volunteer.
You okay with that?
Yeah.
You a trader?
Yeah.
You think tech stocks are a good bet right now?
Victor, you know, I really don't think this is that time or the place.
He should have definitely been a professor at Columbia University, a history professor. I think he would have been a much happier man. He got caught up a little bit in having to work, you know, and make a living and having the children in school and with their tuitions and everything, that he just settled for being a stockbroker. And I think he always wanted to do something else.
Can you see anything?
There's another wall.
Maybe it's thinner than the other one. Well, only one way to find out. Where are we? What?
Bathroom. Yes. Yes.
Say, anybody need to go to the bathroom?
Looks like he got stuck or got out.
He'll come back.
But what if he doesn't?
Then we'll think of something else. Welcome back.
It's clear.
Great.
But only as far as the 44th floor.
Come on, it's better than nothing, Victor.
All right.
Almost home, huh?
We're gonna try to break out. It's just too smoky in here.
Did you wet your clothes?
Yeah. Honey, I have to go.
Okay.
And Jack, tell the boys. Tell the boys I love them.
I said, I will.
And I love you.
She said, I love you. I said, I love you. She said, I love you. I said, I love you. She said, I'm scared. And I said, call me when you get down.
Oh, God.
Elaine!
Okay.
When I hung up the phone, I was horrified. Just horrified. Because she wasn't saying, she was saying goodbye. She was saying goodbye. That's how it felt. That's what it was.
One, two, three!
When we hung up, I called our minister and I asked him to pray, and he said he'd have a prayer chain, and then I prayed. And I felt her body go right through mine, and I knew she was gone.
I gotta make a call.
Why take a minute? Hey, buddy. Do we know what's going on?
Pentagon got hit. What? The Pentagon?
I said it was an accident. Now that fireman said no.
We're at war.
That words were really scary. It was war.
Hi, you don't know me, but I need you to make a call for me. Who is this? My name is Victor Wald. I need you to make a call to my wife, Rebecca.
But I don't know her.
I need you to pass her a message.
Can't you call her yourself?
I tried calling her, but I couldn't get through. That's why I'm calling your number at random.
Is this some kind of joke?
No, it's not a joke. My name is Victor Wald. I'm in the World Trade Center.
Oh my God.
I can't get through to my wife. I'm asking you to call her. Her number is the same as yours, except there's a 6 at the end instead of a 7.
And what's the message?
Could you just tell her... I'm all right.
Okay, I will.
Thanks.
They just hit the Pentagon.
We better be clear on these doors.
I really think we should go. Now. Al-Qaeda.
What? Come on.
Al-Qaeda. They're a bunch of terrorists.
Yeah, whoever they are, we gotta go now.
I bet you it was them.
Guys, take this exit.
Come on, up this exit. Go, Victor, go.
Oh, not more stairs.
Hey guys, I'm back. Now, this is the man who will help us down. Huh?
I think about them in my prayers. And that fireman, may God bless him wherever he is, because if it hadn't been for him leading us to the safety, I wouldn't be sitting here talking now.
This is 10 on 450. Do you copy? I've got 6 cylinders. Do you copy? Follow me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Please. Trust me. Come.
Hey, let's hope this one works.
No more elevators.
What? Are you gonna walk?
Well, I prefer.
And I come into elevator, I see the big sign, do not use the elevator when it's fire. And I stay and I don't know what to do. I said, something's wrong.
Listen, man, it'll take 30 minutes to walk down. We may not have 30 minutes.
I said, that's manuscript. Not responsible for yourself, because if you be stuck at another elevator, who's going to help you?
You got no choice, my friend.
Come on.
What's your name?
Yeah.
Jan? I'm Al. Good to see you. Nice to meet you.
It takes over an hour in normal conditions to climb the stairs inside one of the towers. The firefighters each have to contend with almost 50 kilos of equipment, as well as the endless flow of evacuees coming down. By 9:58, over 170 members of the New York Fire Department are inside the North Tower.
Okay, fellas, this way. Down the corridor, on your left, into the office. Guys, take a rest. 2 minutes.
In Building 2, the South Tower, nearly 8,000 people have succeeded in evacuating. It turns out they escaped just in time.
If it wasn't for you.
No problem. We're brothers, right?
Yeah. Now let's get out of here.
Everyone stick together. Come on. Diane. Rick, I'm
In Building 1, the North Tower, The staircases on the lower floors have become a slow-moving chain of evacuees. Among them, Rick Bryan and the rescue workers from the 89th floor. Then, something mystifying happened.
And all of a sudden, a huge cloud of this dark gray smoke comes shooting up the stairway and just covering everyone and everything. And it was hot, very, very hot.
Our building started to shake. It swayed back and forth, and then the lights went out. I said, is that what I thought it was? Thinking that part of our building collapsed. And he just looked at me in a very serious face. He said, the South Tower has just collapsed. Knowing that a high-rise building has never collapsed before. And now the sister building that we were in had suffered the same fate, but it got hit later than ours, had just collapsed. So I'm thinking to myself as he said that, he says, we're gonna be lucky to get out of here.
Guys, I want us out of here now. Pick up your stuff, we're heading out right now. Sal, your rope.
You got it, Captain. Get your stuff.
The sheer terror that we're in this building and we're dead men walking. The fire department's a semi-military organization, and you don't do things without orders. So I was basically self-evacuating. It was my instinct that I perceived a danger and I acted on it.
Okay, how about Zoe?
What was that?
Sounded like an explosion.
Victor, you gotta be positive.
We've got to go.
In case you hadn't noticed, we're still only on the 36th floor.
Well, that's only 36 more floors to go. Now, come on.
I wasn't even supposed to be here.
What do you mean?
Working here. My job, my life. It's pathetic.
What, you want me
Pathetic.
to go ahead and see if I can find a faster route?
No, don't leave us.
I won't, but we have to go. Now, come on.
You think we're going to make it, Harry? Harry.
Yeah.
We're gonna make it, right?
Sure we will. Now, come on. You're gonna have to move, Victor. Get yourself up and let's go. Get moving.
Come on, fellas, keep it moving. Come on, guys. Move it. Come on, Buzz. Keep it coming. Hey, how's it going?
I've got a bad leg.
Well, can you walk?
Slowly.
And Tommy Falco turns around and looks at me and he says, "Hey, Cap, what do you want to do with her?" And I took a deep breath. It's like,
Okay, let's give you a hand here. Come on, guys. We got ourselves a VIP to get down. Okay? You ready? Man. Help! Wait here. More first steps. All right, take it easy. That's the green. Doing real well.
and people ask me, says, "Why did you do that? You know, you could have passed her by, nobody would have known." I says, "I would have known." And the sight of her standing in the doorway would have haunted me forever.
Great stuff. You can do it. Come on. Doing fine. Excellent.
Come on, baby. This door open. Come on.
They should be here by now.
Time to go, ladies.
We're glad to see you. Come on.
We know both towers were hit, but what more can you tell us?
I've seen many people running to save themselves. Most of those who ran past me are exhausted. Many of them just can't believe that this has happened, or that they've been lucky enough to have made it out. I would have to say, at this distressing time, I can see a huge pillar of dust and smoke where one of the twin towers once stood. It's too soon to speculate on the full extent of their horrifying damage right now.
It was really, every fiber in your body is screaming. It was like, you gotta get out of here. You gotta get out of here.
Oh, you okay? You okay?
What was once, we're almost like running down the stairs.
Guys, make a space.
Now our evacuation is one step at a time. Both feet on the same step, going very slowly. And now this is becoming like Chinese water torture going down the stairs. You know, the clock is ticking.
Okay, guys, take a rest. Josephine.
Yeah.
You want some water?
No.
Josephine. It wasn't a question. Drink some water.
And I developed this trait of mine. Whenever a situation got more serious, I would speak more slowly and more deliberately, because if the situation is that serious, you didn't need somebody screaming in your ear to add more anxiety to the situation. So I would try to diffuse that by speaking in a more calm manner. And I was at my calmest.
Guys, I'm gonna see if I can find us a chair we can carry it, okay?
Come on. Come on, let's go.
Okay, nearly there. Come on, take my hand. Here, go. Go.
Yeah, this way, this way. Stairwell C. Any word on our engineer?
No. You think we should go?
No.
Neither do I.
I mean, I think he felt he could do it. I mean, why not?
I may be hurt, I may be tired, I may be burnt, but I'll get out.
Yeah.
I went out from the side of the building, and I kept walking on West Side Highway. And then I heard some people screaming. I looked back. That's when I saw at the very close distance, I saw the building collapse. I thought probably we lost Harry at that moment.
At 10:28 a.m., the North Tower collapses. It takes just 12 seconds.
Division 6 acting, K, urgent. Division 6 acting, go. Alright, you're responding down to the World Trade Center. You're maintaining radio communication and advise Manhattan Dispatch what exactly is going on, K. We are unable to make any kind of communication. It collapsed. The top floors collapsed down. I saw it blow and then ran like hell. Thank God. I'm 69, but I can still run. There's got to be firemen trapped back there, though.
Everyone watching the collapse of the North Tower immediately assumes that anyone inside must have perished.
Everything okay?
Every time a floor hit another floor, it was like a loud boom, like a train that was off its tracks and was hitting the railroad ties. And it was getting closer and closer.
Listen up. I'm gonna do a roll call. Billy. Yeah.
So violent
Mike.
was the vibration that we were actually being bounced around off the floor.
Yeah.
And
Tommy.
just kept waiting. Just kept waiting for that big beam or that big piece of concrete to come. And for us, it didn't come.
Matt? Yeah! Sounds like you dropped a couple of floors there, buddy. And how about our special guest?
You mean me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm here. And my name's Josephine.
Good job, Josephine.
And I'm up here, you know, to have no idea what I look like. I never dawned on me, you're great too, kiddo. You can all you want, it won't help.
All the furnishings and the fixtures inside the building, none of that existed after the collapse. There were no desks, there were no phones, no computers, no copy machines, no chairs, nothing. that had all been pulverized by the tremendous amount of energy that was created by this collapse. And it was just pulverized into this dust. And we're in the geographic center of that dust.
Sergeant Jonas, ladder 6. We're on the 4th floor. North Tower. We need help. Do you copy?
And somebody got on the radio and said, "Where's the North Tower?" Like, I looked at my radio, I says, "Where's the North Tower?" I said, "Man, we're in trouble if they don't know where the North Tower is."
I had stepped out onto West Street, wondering what could have happened to cause this mess. The ash and the fire trucks twisted up like toys. I went back towards the building where there was a fireman, and I walked up to the fellow and I said, "Hey, there's a body over here." He looked at me with a look that I sensed, hey, why is he looking at me like I have two heads, like I'm crazy? Why is he giving me this look? And he said, "Just go on." And I realized there were actually bodies and people scattered all over the place. And you couldn't see what the scene was like because everything was covered with ash.
Cones of body. Cones of body. Cones of bodies. Stay away. Cones of body. Cones of bodies.
2,749 people died in the Twin Towers that morning, including Melanie DeVere, Christine Olender, and more than 150 delegates and staff at Windows on the World. Elaine Gentle and 95 of her colleagues at Fiduciary Trust, including Ed Emery. And 84 workers and officials at the Port Authority who looked after the building.
The people that I knew at the Port Authority, Jerry Guggen, Bill Jones, Tommy, Clara, and Margie, and all these people, they were just, just like... It was just like there was a big family.
Are you gonna be okay?
In the North Tower, Frank DeMartini and Pablo Ortiz both lost their lives. They were still helping people to escape when the building collapsed.
Well, I mean, I think for me, there still is this burning, hole that you don't really know what happened. And of course, I would like to know more about, what was happening. And I know he'd love to tell it.
He would be so sad to see them fall, and saving as many people as he did, that it was somehow fitting that he went up into the air with the buildings.
Along with Mac Hanna, who escaped the building helping evacuees, Pablo and Frank saved the lives of over 50 people. Amongst them were Rick Bryan and the 22 people trapped on the 89th floor, including receptionist Diane DeFontes.
Yes, sir, you have a 2:30 followed by a 4:15.
Pablo's wife put up a website, and her children were on it, and I sent her an email, and I told her, I tried to tell her how I felt, and that her husband and their father is the reason that I'm alive. And I know that his absence is a terrible thing. But here is a man that you can be proud of because he saved other people's lives.
Stanley Premnath and Brian Clark both survived. 61 people from Brian's company, Eurobrokers, lost their lives, as did 23 from Stanley's company, Fuji Bank. Victor Wald and Harry Ramos were both killed in the collapse of the North Tower.
We got a picture of Harry Ramos. It was a
brilliant picture. It was a very sharp picture with his Rolex watch. And I said to my children, well, you know, Victor didn't die by himself. An angel came and took him, and Harry was his angel.
Harry was the only person from his company, May Davis, who did not survive.
And Hung, you know, he helped to the fullest, and then he made a decision he had to leave. And I think that was a better decision to make, because he thought of it that, you know, he had to think of himself at some point. And he tried to help a man, but if Victor couldn't help himself at a point, he analyzed the situation, he made the decision he had to go. He probably feels bad about it, but he made the correct decision.
Harry,
Harry, if I could talk to you again, I'd like to say we should have left together.
The 6 people trapped in elevator 41 all escaped, including Al Smith and Jan Demscher.
Can't imagine. I'm short and he's tall.
Every day it's with me. It's in my head. There were so many people I knew. Friends, acquaintances, faces in the crowd. And I was there. I survived. But almost 3,000 people didn't. It's hard to escape this memory.
I hear Battalion 1-8 to ladder 6, Battalion 1-8 to ladder 6. Is that you on the radio? I said, yeah, it's me. Rescue 3 to ladder 6, Captain Jay Jonas. This is Cliff. I'm coming for you, brother. I'm coming for you. And that was the first, it choked me up. It's the first time in my career where I had become the person in need of rescue instead of the person coming to do the rescue.
It would be almost 5 hours before Jay Jonas and the 13 people trapped with him would finally find their way to freedom. They owed their lives to an extraordinary piece of luck.
Once the collapse reached our area, it kind of ran out of energy because the pile itself was about 6 to 7 stories tall, the debris pile. And we were in that 2-story cocoon. If you were lower than that, the debris settled there and you didn't make it. If you were above that, you were part of the kinetic energy of the collapse and you didn't make it. So you really had to be where we were.
Over there you can see a police emergency service unit. They are trying basically now to reestablish some kind of a safe perimeter. And many of the emergency workers basically just happy to be alive. Certainly that picture tells it all. Many of them just happy to be alive at this point, having survived what is an extraordinary event, the collapse of 2 towers.
343 firemen and 60 police officers were killed in the collapse of the Twin Towers.
Josephine, is that you?
It ends up I did make the right decisions that day, but I didn't know they were the right decisions at the time. Running into Josephine Harris, making this decision to stop and save her, we had inadvertently saved ourselves.
And I looked around, and there was this disarray. And I said, this is it? And he says, yeah, this is what's left. And I said, how many other people have come out of there? And he said, none. And I was just stunned. Don't push it under the rug. Don't forget it, because it can happen again. And I believe that they are going to try again. It won't be tomorrow, it won't be next year, but they're coming back.
In the 5 years since 9/11, as the bombings in London and Madrid have shown, Al-Qaeda's commitment to simultaneous attacks has not diminished. Josephine Harris is not alone in thinking that one day they will come back.
I don't know of a single expert that we interviewed or have talked to before or since we made our report who doesn't believe there'll be another attack. We have made 41 recommendations. We see them implemented only partially, and in some cases not at all. And yet every one of those recommendations, which everybody agrees with, is designed to make the American people safer. If I have a nightmare, it is about the combination of a terrorist and a nuclear device. My worry is that we could be saying the same thing. Why didn't we do this and why didn't we do that? So there will be another attack, and if we're not prepared, God help us.
Well, these are the pants that I was wearing on that day. And I made it my project. I guess it kept me a little from really going completely out of my mind. I made it my project to wash them by hand, and every day I would wash them a little more and hang them up to dry, and then I'd see some more dirt, and I'd put more soap, and then I'd scrub the legs because I just had to get them clean. It was like washing away. It may sound silly, but washing away the dirt and evil and the bad and just getting it out, and I did. And unfortunately, they don't fit anymore, but they're clean.